Hello everybody, this is Diane and I am still working on the Traveler's Notebooks. This is a Cottage Rose paper pad, so I'll call these the Cottage Rose Traveler's Notebook collection. So I just did a video, 45-minute long video to do these two pages. But I talked about some other things too, so. Anyway, I am just continuing this session. It's the same day for me. And this page is going to be much quicker to do. Any sewing that I had to do, I did before I started the videos. So this is just a little piece of a fabric that was cut out in the shape of a petal for a quilt. I have stacks of these shapes. So I sewed that. I just folded it around the page and sewed that. And then this happens to be from a vintage baby outfit. I got a bunch of vintage baby clothes at a flea market a few years ago. And they were stained and some of them were torn, and I cut them and I used pieces of them. So this happened to be, I think it was a cuff of a leg or something, but it had 3 little baby buttons on it, and I'm making 3 journals. So I cut that up so that there was 1 button on each piece, and I just thought that was really cute. So you get that as a little tab on this. And for the other side of this page, really quick and easy, I'm just going to take a vintage card, and it was used. A little gift with a big wish for lots of happiness. Gloria, luck always, it says. And this says, to Philip. So I don't want to tuck this inside the envelope because I want you to be able to see the card, but I want to give you the envelope too. Look how vintage it is. And you can see that mark on this. I think it was stored like this. So however it was, it got on there. So I want to include this, so I'm just going to put it in here like that, and then just paper clip it to your page with a pretty paper clip. I have a teardrop paper clip right here. And that page is done. That was a lot quicker than the other 2 pages that we did. And this page, this is one of the roll. I think it's scrapbook paper. It's just like scrapbook paper, but it comes on a roll from Hobby Lobby. And I bought this on clearance, and I just love that. Some of my favorite color combo right there. And what I'm going to do here is glue this on as a tuck spot, and this was part of the Rose Cottage paper pad from Recollections. So if you didn't see the previous video, I showed the things that I'm using, talked about the digital kit and this paper pad and some other things, and I did those other 2 pages on that video. So go back and watch that one, please. So that's it. I'll just glue that on. I might add something in the center there, but for now I'm not gonna do anything else right at this moment, except take one of the cards. It's a library card that was part of the kit. Sorry, I'm just gonna turn that sound down. This is actually, they're a little big. I trimmed around this one. I trimmed the border off to use in my other book. I think I'm just going to trim a little bit off of that. Right after I stopped the video from the video I just finished making, and said I was going to continue on another video, make another one. My phone rang and it was my bank. Nothing bad, just do I have any questions? Is there anything they can help me with? So we discussed a couple things, and then I got back on video and phone's ringing again. She said she's going to call me back, but I don't think she's calling me back today, and that wasn't her. I think I put some glue here where I don't need it, but I needed some more down here. So just let that, pull that glue off, and that'll tuck in there. And I want to fasten one of my little tea cards or cigarette cards. This is a digital set that I have. I have 2 pages of roses and 2 pages of ladies, like her, and 1 page of roses. If you're interested in them, they make beautiful embellishments. And I'm just going to stick that in there like that. And that page is done. I didn't do anything to that side. You're going to like this one. I'm going to use some of my fancy trims here. So I have this page. And I'm going to take, do I have it out here? Oh, I have it over here. Just a little snippet of this one. This one was from Sheila, Boho Daydreams. And because there might be metallic here, I'm using my Tim Holtz scissors and not my fabric scissors. I'm just going to cut a little piece off of that, and it's just going to be a little tab. So even an 8-inch strip can give you a lot of tabs. I want to glue down this loose piece. It's got interfacing. So on the other one I had to glue down the interfacing and then glue down the fabric, because this will be sticking up beyond the page. Once I start dealing with these fabrics with my gluey fingers, I get all kinds of fuzzies and threads stuck to my fingers. And I'm just going to glue that right up there. And on the inside, I don't normally like to cover up where there's journaling space, but there's a lot of journaling space in these books, and I needed some place to put decorations. So I have this piece. This was another piece from Sheila, and this was the entire piece right here. I wanted to cut it in half so I could get 2 pockets out of it, but I had to cut it slightly off so that I didn't cut through the center of a sequin. So this piece is just a smidge smaller, but barely noticeable. And I can still put some tags in there. Sheila, I might need to buy some more from you if you get more available. No, I'm not using up that much. Just seems like it to me when I want to hoard this stuff. Inside this, I am putting this piece that I cut from the paper pack. I'm just going to round the corner. This could have been a belly band, a little pocket, just a border decoration, but I'm using it as a tag. I'll tuck that in there, and one of my skinny little tags that I cut with my Cricut. And I have some digital tags in here. Sometimes I cut page after page after page of digital cards and tags and cut them out, and I have them already. Here's my old paper punch. Punch that hole out. And I'll stick that in there. I'll figure out what to do if I want any tag toppers on these later. So that's a little pocket, but it has 3 tags in it. And I'm going to do something fun on this side too. I'm going to take a vintage letter. This is 1947. This is for the other journal. And this was stuck into a scrapbook, so it's got part of the scrapbook page stuck on there, and I don't want that there, so I have some things to collage. So I have a piece of vintage wallpaper. It's one of the fragile ones that has to be glued to something. I can't just make a tag out of it on its own or anything like that, or a page, because it's fragile, it'll crack. But this is my absolute favorite wallpaper that I got at a flea market. And this is part of a letter that was written in 1960, New Bedford Hotel. A whaling ship there, obviously, but I'm just going to glue it down so that the handwriting shows. And that will cover up the scrapbook page mess on the back. It's open here. It was just slit open. So I have this from the paper collection, from the paper pad cut apart sheet, and I'll just tuck that in there, a nice little list. And I want to add something to this little bundle. I could take that little tag and just add it there and paper clip the whole thing. There. So there's quite a bit going on this, besides the print of the page. We've got that pretty tab at the top. We've got that gorgeous pocket with several tags inside. And then this old envelope with some collage and a tag and another little journaling spot. So that's a fun page. And the next one's going to be easy, because I already did part of it. This tab was meant to be on the back. Oh, I'll just do it this way. Yes, that's how it's meant to be, because it's where I wanted it. So it must be I just folded it wrong after I sewed it. So this is a piece of the boho fabric. Can you see that design on there? So I just sewed it, and I sewed all the way around it so that it doesn't ravel too much, because this kind of fabric really does. And on this side, all I'm going to do is take one of these cut apart pieces from the paper pad and just glue that on there as a decoration. Little embellishment. And then that page is done. Next couple of pages I don't do anything to. I have this, which is a printer paper, a patterned printer paper with roses on it. And I didn't add anything to it. I just tucked it in there. There's room for journaling. And then a piece of beautiful gift wrap. And that just goes in. And this page I didn't do anything to either. Well, I do have to. This, my printer pulled the page through crooked, so I do have to do something to that. I didn't have to on the other one. So for this, I'm going to put a strip of paper here. I've got some paper strips. Here's my bag of paper strips. I could put washi, but I just organized these paper strips recently and I want to do something with them. Try to find something with a little more color, but if not, that will work. I organized all of my paper scraps in the different ways that I store paper scraps. And I'm going to do a video talking about paper scraps, and I will show you how I store them in that video. And I'm not finding anything suitable, so I'm going to use that. And I need to do something at the bottom too. I might end up doing something with one of my pretty fabrics, because I just don't want to have paper. I could make a cute little tuck spot here. So this book would have a bonus boho fabric piece. And it's cut jagged there, but I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I could let that piece hang out the bottom. That would be pretty. Yeah, let's just glue this on just like this. And because the embroidery is so heavy at the bottom, it covers up that little bit of a blank spot there. Well, almost. You can still see that there's white there, but you won't notice it because you'll be looking at the beautiful jeweled piece of fabric there. So because my printer botched this page up, it is off kilter, and you get a bonus gorgeous piece of fabric there. And that's what it looks like in the book. Well, let's put a page in the middle so you'll be able to see. See, the center line is way over here. Oh well. And then I just have a piece of stationery, and I just sewed a piece of scrap lace on there. And on this page, this is typing paper, vintage typing paper, and I just sewed a piece of boho fabric on there. It's got couple little sparkly spots, and then this down at the bottom. And this page I didn't do anything to. And this is just going to be an envelope in the center. And for this one, it's not glued together yet because I haven't sewn it in. I included one of the images from one of my digitals of book covers and pages. I have several kits of vintage book covers and pages. And I don't know which kit that was from, but that's what I'm using. I have some more pulled out here because I wanted to put some of my kits to use. I think this one will fit. Yep. So I'll do something to these, ink them a little bit. Not too much. I don't want to make this book, you know, look grungy or anything. But I do have to open this. So I had a little trouble opening the other one, but I just take one of my bone folders and try to find a little spot where I can get in there and open that up without tearing it too much. This one's going to give me trouble. Sometimes right down here, oh there, that one was loose. That was easy. This one, oh yeah, I can get in. Let's see. Yeah, beautiful. Okay. And that will go in there. And that's that book. I don't know if I'll do anything else. That's all I did on this one. And I will do the same for the third journal. And then I'll go back and see if there's anything else I want to add. But if I do add anything else, it probably won't be too much because there's quite a bit going on in these. But I think I'm going to have to be done for today. I've got other work to do. Got some more orders to pack so that as soon as I can get out and go to the post office, I'll have things ready to go. I have one batch ready and now I have to get another batch ready. But I'm enjoying the process of putting these together and using these beautiful pieces. Once I used the first piece, I can't say the second one was easy, but it was a little easier. And now it's getting a little easier to use some of them because that's what I bought them for. And they add so much to these journals. And I can buy more once I use them all up. So just use them, Diane. Just use them. And I'll say the same thing to you. If you have things you're hoarding, what did you buy them for? You bought them to create with. So just use them. I hope that you are enjoying these little journals. That's probably the last video you'll see of process. Probably the next video will just be the flip through. Because I just have to do the same thing again on this one and sew them together and they will be done. So I appreciate your coming to my channel and hanging out with me while I make these journals, and I hope you'll come back to see the final flip through. And I would really love it if you would leave me a comment and give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Thanks so much for watching. Have a creative day today. Bye-bye.